Have you ever felt like, what am I doing here? Feeling misunderstood for the most part of your life, not being understood by people around you, including your family, feeling like an outcast, like a misfit, like there might have been a terrible mistake that happened, that you were somehow sent here where nothing really makes sense. And here you are, and here's a structure and system where you have to conform, where there are certain rules that you have to follow if you want to leave here. And for the most part, what you're trying to do is to mask and try to fit in and learn different ways of how to adapt so that you look absolutely normal, but deep inside there is this feeling of longing for a home you don't remember, a home you've never really come across here on this planet, longing for energy, not even people you've never met, and feeling like you're surviving as opposed to truly being who you really are. It's almost as if everything that makes you you has to be hidden in order to be able to survive in this dance structured world. I've spent decades hiding, masking, creating a persona which will be able to live in this world, to follow the rules. But in reality, every day felt almost unbearable because you can sense and feel everything so deeply, as if you've been born without having skin. And then you go on this quest of understanding who you really are, why you feel so different, why it feels so foreign to be here, why you cannot relate to anyone. And that's how you come across things like highly sensitive person, neurodivergent, light worker, starseed. If you've ever felt this way, so probably you understand what this feeling feels like. This is the first time in years that I was able to come here to nature in the forest, sit down, just sit and be still and stop hiding and really express what has been on my heart for so long. My mornings used to look completely different. For the last 6, 7 years, I've been working in tech, so I quit my big tech job. Yes, I used to work as a product designer for big tech companies such as Amazon and PayPal, and now I am unemployed in Hawaii. This is the first morning in so many years where I don't have to be on a meeting call by my laptop, and I can really take some time and go to the forest and just sit and enjoy the sounds of the nature, really not having to hurry anywhere or talk about things that don't really matter to me, that I don't really connect to. And it's been such a blessing, and I've spent so many years in order to be able to finally step up and move towards something that really makes sense, as opposed to wasting life, distracting myself, doing things that don't really resonate with me and my soul. So I remember when I was younger and I would watch documentaries or movies about people who would walk away from a high-paying job or something that would seem to be successful, especially in the eyes of the society and other people. And I remember I felt this awe and inspiration of the courage that people who walked away might have had, that made me wonder if I would ever be able to do something like that. That definitely inspired me in so many ways. But I thought at that time I would have never had the guts to walk away from something like this. And here I am. It's almost 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm sitting here in the forest in Hawaii, and I've never felt so aligned in my entire life. I wasn't really born here in the US, so I was born in Europe, and I came here almost 10 years ago. So for me, that has always been a battle of surviving as an immigrant, finding myself, what it is that I want to do. I've always been driven by this desire to help others, to uplift people in some way, to help those around me, to help the world in any way I can. So it's been really challenging for me, starting with jobs working in the service industry as a server. I worked as an administrator, as a hostess. I've done it all, to be honest with you. So it's been a very conscious step for me to kind of break into design and go into tech. And for me, the reason was that I really wanted to create an impact and help people achieve their goals. I really love creating, always been creative. So it felt like something logical in a way, and I really enjoyed it for the time being. But if I'm being completely honest, the big tech companies, they don't really care much about other people as much as they care about the money, the total payment value. And for me, that has always been a battle in every meeting, is to fight for the people, for their needs as a user experience designer, creating a product that will bring value, that will create a positive impact, as opposed to finding any ways of making people feel miserable by becoming addicted to products, going into debt, and losing their money.